Hello everyone, I am Omar Abdul Jawad, and for those who do not know me, I am a 16-year-old teen who is striving for my inevitable success, inshallah. And this, fellas, is the third episode from Road to $5,000 through trading, inshallah. So yesterday's video, we were analyzing Euro USD on the 2-hour time frame. We were somewhat at this point. We were talking that it tapped a recent resistance level, and once that has happened, it is expected to go down because it's a confirmed resistance level. What happened was oppositely to what I have planned, as it is quite obvious because the trend went straight to stop loss. So we can consider this a losing trade, but that is no worries. Every successful trading journey has to come with some losses. That is fine, by the way. I'm very fine with that. So what we were planning is that this is a resistance level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as we can tell. What happened was that I anticipated, because this is an area of resistance, meaning it was a confirmed area of resistance, it's meant to go down, right? But that is not what happened. So the market, but how did I figured out something, and there came the plot twist. As you all know, I thought it would go down, right, for a downtrend, which is why I went short, and I set my stop loss, my TP, all this stuff, and I joined the trade. While I was in the trade and the trend went for a reversal, started going for an uptrend, I noticed one detail that sort of confirmed to me that Omar, you just got slapped in the face. You just got slapped hard, and the trend will continue up. What is it? This. But I couldn't do anything about it because I had hope. I had hope it would not be right, but turns out it is completely right, and that's exactly what happened. So if you notice, if we just zoom in a little bit onto the chart, we can notice that there's this beautiful candlestick, which is what we call somewhat the inverted hammer candlestick, which signifies one and only one thing: a reversal, an uptrend reversal. I did not see that candlestick when I was approaching the market, which is a mistake on me. So I can tell that this market or this loss happened due to many reasons. But the reason why it didn't bounce off as a resistance is that the market decided to break the resistance level, which is why I'm going to extend it, because I'll go for a future option on that trade. It broke the resistance level, so in that case it showed me multiple doji hammers. However, this one is the inverted hammer, which signifies one and only one thing: that the market will inevitably go for a uptrend, and that is exactly what happened. So the next move, maybe خلاص, didn't know the trade ended with a $90 loss. I thought, okay, then we'll just leave it be, and I might consider coming back in case it comes back to this level, because as you all know, it broke an area of interest. What does that mean? This means that the market can either break or bounce off that area. The market can either come back here, bounce off and continue up. That is one. That is scenario A. Scenario B is that the market might come back and break that level. So it might retest and break it and continue use as support resistance once again, continue back down. These are the two options, and we really cannot decide unless we see some confirmed signals. So we give it 2 more hours to see what the next candle could be, to give us some sort of hint on how it's gonna go. So that was Euro USD. Check the other currencies. Now for the other currency, which in fact it's not really a loss, it's a profit, but it would have been much more than I have gotten. It is USD JPY. I showed you the trade yesterday, guys. It's on a 2-hour time frame. It is quite it's good, but it just hurts because you could have made such a bigger profit, and you guys don't understand what I mean. So I went short, and I have been right all along. So I was right about my analysis. My positioning was correct. My analysis was correct. What I did was, yesterday after I saw the Euro USD loss and how I was wrong, I felt sort of hesitant about this trade. I was like, okay, maybe I'm not that right anymore, and I decided to close the trade right here, and I even marked it, because I knew that there was this percentage that the trade would continue in my favor. But then I was about to go sleep. So I was like, I don't want to risk it, because if I go sleep and I wake up, see the market and the reversal, I would commit suicide. Come on, it's going to be a horrible loss. It was a profit. It was a $24 profit on a 0.09 lot size, which is truly impressive. But it would have been much more than that, because if you want to measure the pips I have gotten out of this, I think we started the trade right here and I entered it here. That's basically a 48 pip profit. If I continued, I would have gotten a 160 pip profit. I'm not that upset about it. It's alright, alhamdulillah. And I made a $24 here. If I continued, I would have made like a $60, $70 profit. But there's no raise. I'm just an advice to you guys: don't be sensitive with the market. If you're confident about your analysis, if you're so sure, stick to the market. Don't leave until you get the maximized profits possible. Continue, okay? Let me show you another trade that I'm taking now, which I am basically implementing the lesson I took. And this trade is still active. This trade is still active until now, and I still didn't close it. And it is currently on a, hold on guys, it is on a $21 profit, which is good. Like I'm happy with that. It is like a 50 pip profit, which is kind of impressive. My trade is going, my trend is going correct, and I won't close it. I won't do the same mistake I have done with USD JPY the last night. I will keep it open. Why? What is making me so sure in my analysis? This cute little doji candlestick, which literally tells me, Omar, you're going on the right path. This market will continue in an uptrend. So if you leave the market now, you're a coward. Stick to the trend, stick to the profits, and indeed, inshallah, you'll maximize your profits. So yeah, what happened today was we hit a loss, a $90 loss, $30, about $24 profit, and eventual profit, inshallah. And this all was yesterday's currencies. Inshallah, today we'll go over one more. We'll go over like three more currencies. So stay tuned for the next episode to see more and more amazing details. See you guys as soon as possible. Bye bye.